Hello, Andy Mort here. I am very excited to introduce you to a few excerpts from our very first interview in the Sheep Dressed Like Wolves members area. I was fortunate enough to speak with Emilie Wapnick recently, who is a multipotentialite business owner, founder of puttylite.com, which is a community for people who have kind of loads of different interests, no sense of a kind of one true calling, and the desire to make something good of it. Covered a lot of ground, and I just wanted to share a few bits from this fantastically insightful interview. So I shall do that right now. So firstly, I probably need to ask you, as the authority on it, what is a multipotentialite?
A multipotentialite is someone with many interests and creative pursuits in life. That's the definition that I use.
That's good. That's a very succinct definition. So it'd be great if you could kind of give us a little bit of your story, because you've done quite a lot of different things, obviously, as a multipotentialite in your life. So kind of when did you discover you were one? And when did you feel that was an okay thing to be?
Yeah, so it was something that I started noticing this pattern in myself when I was in my early to mid 20s, where just looking back over my life, I had this pattern where I'd become really interested in an area and I would dive in deep and like go really hard and be so excited about this area, and I'd get to be pretty good. And then I would hit this point where I'd start to get bored. And usually I would persist anyway, because I'd already invested so much time and energy and I didn't want to be a quitter. But eventually that boredom would get to be too much. And so I would let that go and then become interested in something else, something like totally unrelated. And I'd dive into that, eventually hit this point where I'd start to get bored. And so I had this pattern of jumping around. It was music and design and law and film and all these different things. And it actually caused me a lot of anxiety for much of my life because, for one thing, it was like I had no idea how I was going to turn this into a career.
Yeah.
I thought that I would eventually have to just choose one thing and deny all of my other passions. And the other thing that stressed me out was just like, I don't know, I felt like there was maybe something wrong with this and something wrong with me for being unable to stick with anything. I thought like maybe I was afraid of commitment, or maybe I was like self-sabotaging, afraid of my own success. So I had like all of these thoughts. I felt like I didn't have like my one true calling, and every time I thought I found it, I was wrong. Yeah. So I didn't know what a multipotentiality was or anything. I always viewed this trait as kind of a negative thing. And up until my mid-20s, when I was actually trying to come up with an idea for an online business, and I was looking over all of my interests, and I was like, I can't just create a business around one of these because I'm more than just one thing, And then it occurred to me, like, what if, are there other people out there with many interests who are making it work, who have lives and careers that revolve around more than one thing? Could that be like a lifestyle? Like, could I embrace it rather than try and deny it and try and run away from it? And